What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. Man, Justice League, Snyder Cut. Yes, I agree with everyone. I've watched most reviews, and I just have to say I'm in awe. I'm in wow. 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5 woos. Awesome tackler if you're Jeremy Jahns fans. A+ if you are Chris Duckman fans, because I tell myself 4 hours did not seem like 4 hours. I was able to watch this on Tuesday and watch 2 hours of it on Tuesday and then finish it up on Wednesday. And it came out Thursday, and I watched it again on Thursday just to tell myself, you know, if I wanted to miss anything, and then I wanted to make sure that I could do a spoiler review because the embargoes and all that. But I just must say, this was way, I really feel like we could have waited until now to put out Justice League. Just to say that I know the studio was, you know, they had to put it out whenever it came out, like 2017. They had to put out the Justice League. But I just told myself, I'm like, if this could have waited all the way till 2021, this would be an instant classic, which it is an instant classic, because I tell myself this is up there with Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, because the story kept you drawn in. Although, you know, you got the Joss Whedon Justice League aspect of it, but you got the full all-out details. I loved everyone in here. I loved all the character. I loved the character development. That's what Zack Snyder wanted. And I know I kept telling myself, for it to be 4 hours long, you know he probably would had to cut this movie down to like 2 hours and 40 or 50 minutes, because no superhero movie was that long until Endgame came out. Endgame was 3 hours. People stayed. People loved it. So now the studio is kind of like, okay, well, you can make a 4-hour movie, but, you know, because it's going on HBO Max. And I kept telling myself, so you gave this man free reign to really flesh out everyone's story arc. That's why everyone loves this right now, because that 2-hour movie, it was just action, a little bit of slow pace, action, okay, movie's done. And then you want to throw in dumb humor, where I'm like, Batman doesn't do humor. Batman is serious all the damn time. It's very non-humorous. So that's why I kept telling myself, you know, I love this because you got to really flesh out Batman. You fleshed out Superman's story arc, which he didn't come into like part 6 or part 7. So it kind of, you went damn near 3 hours without watching Superman, which was intended, you know, because I feel like this movie was to build up Cyborg. And I see why, I think his name is Ray Parker, something like that. I see why he went off on the studio heads. He went off on Joss Whedon. Like, how dare you, you know, he understood Zack Snyder's vision, and he was like, how dare you take me out of this and say that his story arc wasn't building this whole thing. Like, I feel like this whole movie was building Cyborg's story arc, and it worked. Seeing this full-fledged out, it really worked, and how they all got together and how they pieced together. Because you know about the Flash, you know about Wonder Woman, you know about Batman and Superman, but you need to know more about Cyborg, because he is definitely part of the Justice League and this Victor Stone's story arc. That's why I love this. You fleshed out the Flash with Barry Allen. You know, of course he was that humorous, the comic relief, but you really got to flesh him out in this. I love that. With Diana Prince, Wonder Woman, you got to make her look more graphic. Like, she, even in that that early on scene where they were trying to like suicide bombers and stuff, even the guy cursed in there. I was like, damn, that's, yeah, you know. But you got to see when she was throwing dudes, the blood was starting to splatter on the wall, and I was like, dang. And you seen how violent Wonder Woman can get. Like, even, you know, spoiler alert, she cut off Steppenwolf's head and gave it back to Darkseid that was going through the portal. I was just kind of like, I was doing that because I'm telling myself, you know, you don't really get to see that. And even with Superman, you got to see his famous, he blew his cold, like the frost on Steppenwolf's axe, just I was like, bruh, I have to watch this again. That's why I kept telling myself, this is going down to be classic. You got Aquaman's badass. Everyone had badass moments. That is quote from Tyrone Magnus, because every superhero had their badass moments. I'm like, when Batman was in the Batmobile and he was just like, man, I'm about to, you know, he's really, you really got to see Batman. You know, even when he's blocking knees, doing that, he even blocked Superman's. So anything he has, I'm like, dude, this dude is the ultimate like detective. You really got to see that. You got to see Superman and his badassery. You see why Superman is important, because he is the strongest. People are scared of him. And you got to see Flash at the end going to his flashpoint, going so fast that this man is reversing time. That's why I'm telling myself, this is a classic. A classic. And we even got Martian Manhunter. That's why I was kind of like, oh my gosh, yes. Please, Zack Snyder, continue with your story, because I tell myself this is something to really behold, and it sets itself apart from Marvel. This sets himself apart from Marvel. Like, if just make Zack Snyder the head of DC movies, and it will set itself apart from Marvel, and people will love it. I want Ben Affleck to come back as Batman, because he did such a terrific job in this. You even seen the reshoots with this at the end when Ben Affleck met Martian Manhunter, and Ben Affleck wasn't no longer big. He was small. He was skinny. So that's how you know that was a reshoot. That was an added shoot. And then even with Jared Leto's Joker and Deathstroke at the, you know, the epilogue, you're seeing those are reshoots. Like those are added value shoots that they had to do. And I want to continue with that story. This is making me really, really want the red and black Superman, the evil Superman that's at the disposal of Darkseid. And you just get to see how Bruce Wayne as Batman has to go about going through Superman to get to Darkseid. That's what I'm here for. I love this. I truly do. I'm agreeing with so many different reviews. That's why I did mine late. I wanted to watch them because I'm telling myself my review is going to be no different. But I mean, of course, you want to hear from me. But I'm ultimate fanboying out watching this. As Batman is always going to be my favorite superhero of anyone, I love to see Batman and Ben Affleck in Batman's glory, because that is true Batman. You haven't seen Batman like that since Michael Keaton's Batman. Like, he just kept it Batman and Bruce Wayne. I mean, the Dark Knight did a really, really good job, but this brought me back to the essence of the first Batman movie in 1988 or 89 or something like that with Michael Keaton. That's why I'm telling myself, bring that dark Batman back to movies. I'm here for this. So, you guys enjoyed my review of the Justice League, Zack Snyder's cut, Justice League. Subscribe to my channel. Post a comment down below and like the video. Let me know if you guys are in agreement with me. Peace.